My goal is every library, every program, every child a snack.
All right. I tell you what,
Would you like a snack?
we'll pull this out and you'll have more room.
Your buddy. What are you doing today, buddy? That looks cool.
My son, he loves his food. He's getting the best of everything that he is enjoying right now as a 9-year-old. Food, fun, and for him, science.
Kids' metabolisms are so fast, they eat lunch maybe 11, 12 o'clock during the day, and when they get home, or after 3 o'clock, they're already hungry. And to get here at the library at 4 o'clock and still not eat anything until after 6 o'clock, that would just be hard for them. And them having food here for snacks to re-energize them, one, they really like it, and two, I believe it really helps them just get their metabolism or their body back in shape. So I'm very thankful for the program, for the food.
And that
But look, because see, he's saying the arrow's going that way,
Yeah, two ways.
and then this
Right?
arrow's coming this way,
So
because
what's the
when you
difference up there?
communicate together, it means the information goes both ways.
I want libraries to think about introducing food and fighting hunger just as easily as they think about checking out a book or providing a computer to anyone that comes through their doors. That is my goal with the foundation.
With this square versus the board right
Well, most of them do not the edge level. It's the bottom.
now. Yep. Now, there's two ways you can fix it. One, you can manually move it, okay?
So the class started probably about 2 to 3 months ago, and we only got like 2 or 3 people here and there. And then as they started coming in and they talked to their friends, they brought more and more people in, and they started realizing they could make what they kind of wanted to if they're willing to work at it. And the most surprising thing to the whole group is they all understand that they need to work together, cooperate, and be friendly to each other. My name's Woodrow Wagaman, and wow, what do I do? I don't know what I do.
What I found is that librarians, they love things. They love collections. They love tangible things, having been in this profession for as many years as I have. And STEM literacy, STEM programming is really, really it's hot in libraries. It's popular in libraries. And so the initiative STEM and Snacks is a way to engage libraries around STEM literacy and STEM programming, and then and also introduce the element of a healthy snack, a healthy meal for the kids.
Flying machines are awesome because kids at any age are naturally attracted to them, generally because they crash. They enjoy flying them to a point, but they also enjoy them when they wreck. And almost everybody likes seeing explosions. I think the Mythbusters pretty well proved that time and time again. And we have this software that is so accurate in the flight characteristics of the different planes that the human brain, is being a supercomputer that it is, the kids are flying different planes that have different flight characteristics, so their brains have to pick up on that, and that is very supreme motor skills. When you throw a football, generally it always throws the same way, but when you fly different airplanes or different multicopters, they all fly different depending on how you label them. So it's very important to get into the airplanes because RC cars, they're just two-dimensional. When you get into the airplanes, they go all over the place.
STEM is the hook. STEM is the thing to really, really get the libraries excited, because, when I did the statewide survey, a lot of librarians said, yes, we believe that feeding these kids is important, but it's not our mission. Yes, we see these kids coming in hungry, but that's the job of the schools, that's the job of the parents, that's the job of the social service agencies. That's not our job. And then when I asked them, well, would you provide food if you didn't have to buy it? They said yes. would you be interested in combining STEM literacy and STEM programming with a healthy snack and a healthy meal for kids if you didn't have to buy it? They said yes. Do you believe that feeding these kids is important? Yes, we do. They want to be engaged. The libraries want to be engaged. They want to be a part of fighting hunger in their communities. They want the programs that they offer to be more engaging for kids. So Global Read and Feed, it fills that need. The STEM and Snacks initiative is specifically designed to combine STEM literacy with hunger relief and to engage those libraries that want to do it. And it's been tremendously successful.
The idea that the library needs to have people coming here, it's not just books, that it's programs and opportunities for people. You can meet other people. It's not just stuffy books. Yeah, you can go online and find your information, but the library is so much more. They bring in people, storytellers, people with information that normally you wouldn't have access to. And all you have to do is step through the door and you meet new people, get new information, and get the opportunities that you never imagined you'd ever get because the library is there. They just need to make sure they keep the funding coming. Yes, I'm rather passionate about now because they've done so much for my son and things I never dreamed would be possible, especially now.
All right, now that goes.
Where does this go?
Brady is, he's very good academically, and he does a really great job building things and coming up with ideas. The social aspect, there are some things that he has a hard time conveying his ideas, just because he does seem to think a little differently than some of the other children. But he really, once he gets started, he really enjoys building whatever it is, and he can spend hours on things. So, I'm looking for different kinds of opportunities, and I think the more children he meets with some of the similar ideas, the more he'll develop his own ideas and, find that there's more than just drawing on the paper and what he does build at home.
How complex do you think that the Wii Remote is internally? Do you think it's really complicated, or do you think it's pretty simple?
I believe that a hungry mind cannot learn. And I believe that because these kids are coming to us in droves, we have a wonderful opportunity to rewrite the story of hunger, to engage libraries in a way that's just non-traditional, and to really make an impact in communities and in the lives of kids.
So, it's going.
All right, this is where it gets funny. Your 5 minutes are up, bud. You want to fly it into the ground? Oh. Usually they want to fly it into the ground before I go. Are you ready to go? Are you ready? It's ready for your 5 minutes. Do you want to switch airplanes for yet?
Yeah.
The foundation started out of a sincere desire to engage public libraries around the country to really rewrite the story of hunger in their communities. I grew up hungry. I grew up in a very poor family. There were times when we didn't have food. I grew up, my mother was a single mother. She worked 2 jobs. And so when I started to work here at Martin Library in 9th grade, under the JTPA program, which was the Job Training Partnership Act program, I had the opportunity to work with kids that were in similar situations that I was in when I was growing up. And then as I stayed in library land for the past 25 years, I had the opportunity to connect and see many, many different ways that libraries can engage kids in their communities. And so one of the ways was feeding these kids with every program that they do.
Now, he's got it in his head, he's going to be a robotics engineer.
If I remove my right foot, I'm going to fall over.
Yeah.
Okay?
Working with robotics, a lot of people don't think about the physics behind it, but when you're building any kind of machine or contraption that's going to move on its own, you're dealing with weight issues. And when you're dealing with a top-heavy robot, it's going to fall over. So center of gravity, whether it be on a sailboat, on a car, a race car for that matter, an airplane, it's all very important. So when the kids are actually working with the robotics and the robot has to lift one leg, somehow it has to keep from falling over. And the kids figuring that out, it's an advanced thought, but they don't give it a thought every day when they walk.
So if your robot lifts up 1 foot, what's going to happen?
It's gonna fall.
Yeah. So you need to make the foot in a way that'll keep that from happening.
But the controls in the robots are electric gyro and electric accelerometer, and software has to control them together in order to keep the robot balanced.
Okay, now if I take and lean over, my feet are gonna come right off the ground.
Yeah.
And I'm like this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
That makes sense. Because my weight's up here, so you want to fall over.
Yeah.
It just goes on in life. They're picking it up so quick and so easy that when they get to math class and have to work with it, they have a good understanding of how the math can be used behind it.
He does seem like he is going to be some sort of builder, engineer, inventor. He just has that mindset of wanting to make things better and make things easier. He's very interested in the structures of things. As they were building one of the new bridges down by our house, over 83, he had a lot of questions about that. And as we went through, and we would drive through, every day was something different. What is that truck for? Why is it doing that? Oh, look at the new brace. He would ask me what the parts were, and of course, I don't always know. We'd have to look that up.
We started last year. We fed 2,500 kids. The model of public-private partnership has gained international reputation. I get requests from libraries across the country that want to do STEM and snacks. We've engaged donors. We've engaged funders to provide support for the foundation, and we see smiles on kids' faces. We see kids who are being fed, we see kids who are more engaged in the public library programs. And we see happy parents. And we see happy librarians. So it's all good.
Oh no, turn. Ah, brick landing. Go up, go down.
Do you like going forward and backward?
Yes.
Do you want to just keep this airplane?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, no, I want to change it. My brother has a helicopter.
It's up to you.
I'll
Yeah.
change it. Hey.
You want a different one?
Yeah.
Okay. You want a big one?
Yeah, big. No, I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash. No, I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna crash. Oh no.
5 or 6 years, where they could be if they were to stick with this. They would certainly know all the basic electronic components that you would work with. They would certainly know all of the basic DOS coding, C++, HTML. They'll know that through the Raspberry Pi. They're going to certainly know how things break. They're going to know how to build things with their hands with tools, whether it be sharp knives or a wood CNC machine or a 3D printer. They're going to learn how to interact with the software that you need to interact with in order to make those machines work. All of this is going to make them feel more comfortable in life, that no matter what it is that they want to do, they're going to feel comfortable that they can do it and not be scared to try.
Whoa. Come on.
That's a long one.
keeping it. This is my pie.
You know, it's just, I come back to the model. I mean, again, this is new for libraries. You know, libraries are traditionally about books. Books are about stories. Stories are about people. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're connecting with people in a different way. We're connecting with parents in a different way. And we're connecting with kids in a different way. And so it's obvious that we're filling a need. The kids have been very receptive. The libraries have been very receptive to STEM and Snacks and the mission and vision of Global Read and Feed. And the communities have been very receptive to what we're doing. And so I foresee many, many more libraries being a part of this. And if we're not careful, we might just do something fantastic.